It was surprisingly successful, and I think it was largely because the campaign was really, really good. The ad campaign was a claw ripping through a screen or something, and then behind it is a woman screaming.
It was subtle. It wasn't screaming werewolf. We thought it was great because it was suggestive without being blatant. We didn't want to give away what the werewolves looked like.
We sort of decided to make the picture look like it was an urban crime movie for the first part, and in fact got the distributor, Avco Embassy, to sort of soft pedal the werewolf stuff in the advertising to make it look more like a slasher movie, which were actually pretty popular at the time.
Somewhere in this city, in this human jungle, it begins.
What you try to do in advertising is very quickly, say, okay, this is the kind of movie this is. Now, from the ad campaign, you wouldn't really know that it was also funny.
Part of the fun was that people really didn't know it was a werewolf movie for the first couple of weeks when it came out, and it was a surprise hit. It certainly surprised me.
I think it's way, way above what you call a horror film. And of course, Bertine's work is something quite extraordinary. I never want to see the film again, because the first time was so extraordinarily exciting. I haven't had anything like it in the cinema for a long time.
I sat there in shock at the audience that went like a roller coaster. Laughing, screaming, all the way through the entire movie. And I was in shock. I had never witnessed an audience interaction like that.
I thought it was really good. I thought it really worked.
It really is a movie that kind of passes reviews because it's kind of a genre movie, and it's going to play in places where people don't necessarily check the reviews. They just say, okay, what's playing next? Werewolf movie, yes or no? Steven
Spielberg apparently saw it and got D. Wallace for E.T. from it. And ultimately, I think it probably led to me directing Gremlins, because I was sent that script in the mail, just like it came in the mail. I thought it come to the wrong person. I told Steven Spielberg sending me mail. What for? The Howling did well enough to spawn a sequel, although for whatever reason it wasn't made by Embassy. They went to Europe and made Howling 2, Your Sister is a Werewolf. Then there was Howling 3, which was the marsupials, which was the weir kangaroos, or whatever they were. And then there was Howling 4, then there's Howling 5, 6, 7. I don't know. There's one with freaks in it, and there's one with a circus, and I can't tell you. Everything is so different now. I mean, not only the politics of the movie business, but the economics of the movie business are such that the only way to justify making this picture is to do it incredibly cheaply or very expensively. I would guess if you were going to make this picture today, you would be doing CGI effects up the wazoo, and you would be having as many werewolves as you could possibly fit on the screen at any one time, and they would be doing awful things to everybody, constantly.
The methods of filming it would be different. There's different technologies involved. You don't have to strive for that mechanical thing that they did in those days. That was done well.
You can basically have the creature do anything you've written. You can have them stand up, walk, and do all that. But there's not so much to imagine anymore because you're showing everything.
One of the things that's happened with digital technology is that people take it for granted. They're pretty hard to astonish these days. So just those simple transformations wouldn't be any big deal.
A secret society exists and is living among all of us.
You know, people stop me all over the world about The Howling. It has a huge following.
It was a modern movie in 1980, and it's a relic. It's 20 years old. Time has been kind to it, I think, but it is what it is. There's a certain quaintness now to The Howling, which was exactly what we were trying to avoid when we made it, but it comes to all of us. You make a lot of movies if you're lucky, and they're all your kids, that's what they say, and you even love the ugly ones, which you do. But this one is one of the rare cases where everything sort of fit together and came out right.
Howling.